Second Thessalonians 5. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that that day shall not overtake you as a thief. You are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. Yeah. But let us, who are of the day, be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. For God hath not anointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Jesus Christ, who died for us, that, whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. Wherefore, comfort yourselves together, edify one another, even as also ye do. Now, I want this to really be an edification, comforting one another. Mhm. I think somebody has intentionally been taking my tranquility as a citizen of the United States and as much distress as you might experience today. After 8 years of torture, pain, and suffering, I'm really wanting to talk to my sons, and I'd really like it if you enforce the laws. Yeah. Now, this comfort that we should receive together and the edification of one another, even as also ye do. Yes. I really like to edify. Now, let's say, yes, that I was able to speak to Marilyn, and I asked her, Marilyn, are you happy living with Mike? And she said no. Does she have the right to divorce? Yes. A man that has intentionally falsified evidence that has caused my false imprisonment. Now, I know that you say, no, she doesn't have the right to speak to me, but I think she does. And then there's the custody of my sons that have suffered so much torturous pain and suffering, where you said, yes, we are not going to enforce his rights as a father. And I said that you are. Now, there is a good probability, okay, that a large number of individuals will go to prison today. I'm going to sue them, yes, and I'm going to sue them for all their assets. I'm going to sue institutions. Ooch, I'm going to sue state employees. Oh, I'm going to sue sheriffs and police departments. Ooch, and then I'm going to sue for what's known as mandatory restitution. Now, I'm wanting that large amount of money that you've been depriving me of. Yes, I want all of my assets because I don't like you interfering in the persons or the property of those that are American citizens. So if there's any inheritances that you need to give me, you need to do it today. And then I'm going to want to use the court system of the United States. Now, we're just starting today with the institutions in the United States. For those in Africa, I haven't forgotten you. See, yesterday I wanted that continent, and maybe you should get me every institution of higher learning, yes, colleges and universities, in the continent of Africa, in every nation of Africa. Oh, and then there's the European Union. I haven't forgotten you. For all of those in Germany that have been so helpful in allowing me to use your supercomputer in the in the intelligence agency. Yeah. Why don't you give me the computing of every institution, university, and college in the nation of Germany? Yes, as well as all those Lutheran churches where you said we were going the way of the Nazi. Come to find out, oh, you look just like a professor. Now, I wanted you to understand of all the individuals that are employees of the United Nations. Yes, I've been wanting to get a divorce and I'm going to need to use that United Nations. Why don't you give me the academic degrees of every employee of the United Nations for the last 50 years? I'd like to know where you went to college or university and how it was that you got to be an employee of the United Nations. I oftentimes mention that I was wanting to sue you for not enforcing international conventions. Now, we have the United Nations, the United States. Yes, we do. Then we have the other nations that are obligated to enforce these treaties and agreements. Yeah, we do. Now, there's a good probability, okay, that I'm just starting here today, but if you make. Wait, 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 no, I gotta talk.